H-A-V-E, is used with I, you, we, and they. Whereas has, okay, H-A-S, the word H-A-S, has, is normally used with he, she, it. All right, he, she, it, also with any proper noun. All right, with any proper noun. Okay, and write down this as well. The word do, D-O, is used with the pronouns I, you, we, and they. Okay, I, you, we, and they. We use the word do, and with the pronouns he, she, and it. With the pronouns he, she, and it, we normally use the word does. Okay, D-O-E-S. So with that word, we will use the word does. Okay, so with this, let's quickly begin today's class. Let us see a few examples of has and have, examples of have and has got. All right, have you got any brothers? All right, have you got any brothers? Okay, so क्या तुम्हारे पास कोई भाई है, like you know, या क्या तुम्हारे कोई भाई है? All right, have we got time for coffee? क्या हमारे पास कॉफी पीने के लिए टाइम है? Has a good job? क्या उसे एक अच्छी नौकरी मिली है? All right, now here we can see a few examples of the questions which are using has or have got. All right, let's see how to frame such questions. Okay, so can you see with the verb you, with the pronoun you, we have used the word have. Similarly, with the pronoun we have used the word have. With the pronoun she, we have used the word has. So now if you refer to that table, which are like, you know, the thing which I have given you right now, the entire class will be very simple. All right, so this is how normally we frame questions. Okay, now this is how the questions are, like, you know, framed. Let's see how we will frame it. Okay, what are some of the things we have to keep in mind? So this is how we frame questions using has or have got. Please note this down, this is important. Okay, this is a formula which all of you need to know. Okay, so it is has or have. After that we will use this, after that will come the subject. Okay, subject refers to the main like, you know, idea or the main word of which tells us what the sentence is about. Okay, so has or have plus the subject plus got. Okay, so plus got plus noun. So normally whenever we use the word got, okay, this is how the word order will be. Okay, so you all need to know this. Has or have plus the subject plus got plus the noun. Okay, so now let's do the next one. Ramesh, Shri Vidya, and Meena, and all the others, good evening, welcome to the class. Okay, so now let's please note down this table as well. Okay, so now this is how we will frame questions using have or has and the word got. Okay, so according to the formula that I have just given, has or have, after that will come the subject, after that will be the word got, after that will come the noun. All right, so has or have. Now with all of these pronouns, that is I, you, we, and they, can you see we have used the word have? Now this is something you need to know by heart, okay, because if you don't remember this, then framing grammatically correct sentences using have or has, even with do and does, will be difficult, okay, if you don't know. So please remember this, I, you, we, and they, we will use the word have, H-A-V-E, whereas has is normally used with she, it. Okay, now got remains constant throughout. Now the noun can be anything. All right, it could be a car, new shoes, shirt, new car, loud bark, enough money, a new dog. All right, the noun can remain anything, or it can be like, you know, it can be it can be random, but what is more important is these combinations, that is a subject or the pronoun combination along with has or have. All right, is there any doubt, any difficulty? Does anybody want to ask anything? Can we proceed with the exercises? Okay, let's begin with Shri Vidya this time. Shri Vidya, quickly unmute yourself. You can do the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please attempt this one. What is the answer, Yoshi Vidya?
Have you got a pen? Second one.
Yes. Okay,
Have.
so have you got a pen? Yes, perfect. Good job. So very simple with the pronoun you, we will use the word have. Have you got a pen? Not has you got a pen. All right. If it was he, she, or it, then it would have been has. Okay. So here the answer is very simple. It is have. Good job. Well done. Now can we quickly have Sarfaraz? Yes, Sarfaraz, quickly unmute yourself. Can you hear me, Sarfaraz? Sarfaraz, can you hear me? I've already allowed you to talk, so you could just unmute yourself quickly. Okay, I think there is a difficulty. No problem. Wazir, quickly unmute yourself. You can do the next one.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
All right. Please attempt this one. What is the answer here?
Has he got a brother?
Yes. So do you think it is, so is it have he got a brother or has he got a brother? Could you please tell me which option? Wazir,
Second
which
one.
option? Option 1 or option 2?
Option 2.
All right. Okay. So option 2. Perfect. Has he got
Yes.
a brother? All right. So with the pronoun he, we will use the word has and not have. Great. Okay. Now
Yes.
can we quickly have Ramesh? Ramesh, quickly unmute yourself. You can do the next one.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Ramesh, please attempt this one. What is the answer here? Dash, they got a house by the sea. So what is the answer?
Who is that? Have they
Mhm.
got a house by the sea?
Perfect. All right, good job. And the reason is very simple. With the pronoun they, we will use the word have and not has. Can you see how easy it is now? Once you know with which pronouns we use, like a have or has, it will be very easy for you to not only to do the exercises, but also to frame sentences. All right, so good
Yes.
job. Well done,
Yes.
Ramesh. Now, can we quickly have Prema? Yes, Prema, quickly unmute yourself. Can you hear me, Prema?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Prema, please attempt this one. What is the answer here?
Has it got 4 legs or 6 legs?
Has it got 4 legs or 6 legs? Okay, so यानी कि इसे क्या चार टांगे हैं या 6 टांगे? All right, so legs. All right, so in this case, the main focus is on the pronoun. Okay, that is it. So with it, we use the word has and not have. So that's why it is correct. All right, so good job, Prema. Well done. Now, Neeraj, quickly unmute yourself. You can do the next one.
Hi.
Yes, Neeraj, please attempt this one. What is the answer here? Bertrand is the name of a person, okay?
Has.
Mhm. All right. So has Bertrand got his car today? I want to borrow it. Very simple, right? So with proper nouns, okay. So Bertrand is the name of a person, which is a proper noun. That is why we will use the word has and not have. All right. Good job, Neeraj. That was very quick. You answered well. Mohammed, quickly unmute yourself. You can do the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Please attempt this one. What is the answer here?
We have got enough time.
Yes. So what is the answer here, Mohammed?
second one, ma'am.
Do you think it is we have got enough time to eat before the concert? Here we are asking a question. Okay, so Mohammed, here the answer
Ma'am.
is the first one, not the second one. Okay, see, when we ask the question, we will never begin with we have. We will never begin with the subject. We will use the question word or the auxiliary word in this case. Okay, have we got enough time to eat before the concert? Now, even in the formula which I gave you to frame questions, we said have or has plus the subject, which means subject बाद में आएगा, पहले नहीं आएगा. If we are answering the time, if we are answering the question, okay, then it would have been we have got enough time to eat before the concert. यानी कि हमारे पास है like वक्त है खाने के लिए concert के पहले. अगर हम बता रहे थे, then we could have said we have got. Since it is a question, we are asking, question mark है, right? So we have to begin with have we and not we have. It's according to the formula that I gave. Did you understand, Mohammed?
जी मैम.
Why it is the first one and not the second one? Did you understand?
Ma'am,
Mohammed,
first one.
Yes.
But
Yes, first one is the correct one. But did you understand why it is correct? Do you want me to explain again?
मैम हिंदी बोल सकता हूँ.
हाँ बोलो. हाँ
मैं
मोहम्मद
ऊपर
बोलो.
देख करके पहले तो मुझे ये परफेक्ट था कि फर्स्ट वन है. जब ऊपर में मैंने देखा वी हैव गॉट इनफ टाइम टू ईट बिफोर द कंसर्ट, तो उसी को देख के मैं जो है सेकंड वन कह दिया.
नहीं, you don't have to. देखो से यहाँ पर क्या है, pick the correct question for the given sentence. आपको इस sentence जो दिया गया है ऊपर, उसके लिए आपको एक question frame करना है. So that is what it is saying. Pick the correct question for the given sentence. यह sentence है दिया गया. इसके लिए दोनों options में दिए गए option में से कौन सा question है, यह आपको choose करना था. और the correct question is the first one, क्योंकि यह क्योंकि यह question frame करने का सही तरीका है, not the second one. Did you understand, Mohammed?
जी.
Okay?
जी
आपको
जी.
समझ में आया क्या? मैं आपको क्या मैं फिर से explain करूं?
जी आया समझ में.
हाँ, okay, fine. All right. Okay, so be careful next time. Now, Meena, quickly unmute yourself. You can answer the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So please attempt this one. Just a minute, okay? All right. Okay, I'll just explain this, and Meena, then you can do the next one. All right. So just give me a minute. I'll quickly explain. Remember, we can use have and have got for making a positive statement, a negative statement, and a question as well. Okay, so what do we mean by positive statement? Very simple. Any sentence which does not have the use of the word not, all right, is said to be a positive statement. For example, I can do this. मैं यह कर सकता हूँ. There is no not in this sentence, right? So therefore, it is said to be a positive sentence. Okay, on the contrary, the sentences which have the use of the word not are said to be negative sentences. For example, I cannot do this. मैं यह नहीं कर सकता. All right. So sentences which involve the use of the word not are said to be negative sentences. Okay. And the third option. Okay. When I say questions. All right. So questions, yani ki all the sentences which have a question mark. Okay. Most of the direct questions which have a question mark. Okay. And with the sentences which aim to like get an answer. Okay. Those are said to be questions. Now, we can use this word have. We can use these words, that is have and have got, both, sorry, to make all of these three types of sentences, that is positive statements, negative statements, as well as questions. Okay, so let's check the next slide for some examples. Please note down this table quickly. All right, so positive sentences. So first of all, we can use have or have got. Okay, for example, I have got a sister, or you could say I have a sister. All right, now very simple. With the pronoun I, we will use the word have and not has. Similarly, the next example, he has a job. So with the pronoun he, okay, so here we will say we will use the word has. Now, what is the difference between have and have got? When I say I have got a sister, यानी कि मुझे अभी एक बहन हुई है. All right, so like it's like I have got a sister. So mostly like it kind of shows something which has recently happened. Alright, whereas I have a sister, यानी कि मेरे पास एक like मेरे पास और मुझे एक बहन है. Like it's something. Have is like something which you kind of own, not necessarily own, but something which you have. All right, so आपके पास जो है. All right, whereas have got has a slight different meaning. It means that something which you have recently got. Right, so like there's a slight difference. Okay, however, you can use both have and have got. Then negative, don't have, haven't got. Okay, so similar to this one, however, the only difference is use of the word not, which helps to make it negative. So I haven't got a sister, yani ki I have not got a sister, or I don't have a sister. You can directly say it in that way as well. He hasn't got a job. He doesn't have a job. So can you see how it is used? So here hasn't got a sister. He doesn't have a job. So you have to be very careful when you use don't and haven't. Okay, with haven't or have, we can use the word got. But however, when we use the word don't or we use the word doesn't, उसके बाद have आएगा, don't got नहीं आएगा. I don't got a sister is incorrect. Okay, I don't have a sister. So please remember this combinations. Okay, with have or has, we can use the word got. However, with the use of the word don't, we have to use the word have and not got. Okay, you cannot say he doesn't got a job. You have to say he doesn't have a job or he hasn't got a job. So these are the combinations. With has, we can use the word got. With does, we have to use the word have. All right? So please pay attention to that. And the last one is question. Do they have or have they got? So again, in this case as well, okay, with do, we will use the word have. This is a combination. With have, we will use the word got. Okay, you cannot say do they got. Okay, do they have is the correct way. Have I got a sister? Do I have a sister? Okay, can you see here? Have with have, we will use the word got, and with do, we will use the word have. All right, so that's a combination. Again, have will be used with I, you, we, and they. Has is used with he, she, it. So does will be used with he, she, it. Do will be used with I, you, we, they. Okay, so that is why that is how these particular questions are framed. Okay, let's quickly learn this. Remember, we use both has and have and do and does question forms in spoken English. Okay, so both of these ways can be used to frame questions. Has John got a problem or does John have a problem? So we can frame the question in two different ways using the combinations either of has and got or does and have. All right, that is what you have to remember, the combinations, that is has got and does have. Okay, not does got. Okay, so the same question can be asked in two different ways. Has she got blue eyes? Does she have blue eyes? Okay, have you got $50? You have $50. Okay, now this is, I would like to draw your attention to this one. Okay, now this S along with the line across it is said to be the dollar sign. All right, it refers to a currency or dollars. All right, now while writing it, okay, we usually write it with the symbol first and then the numericals. However, while saying it, we will say $50. Okay, we will never say, have you got $50? Okay, while reading, we will read it as the number first followed by the term dollars. Okay, otherwise, but while writing, we write the dollar sign first and then the numericals. Okay, please be careful with this. Okay, and now let us see how to make like frame questions using this. Okay, now before we proceed, is there any doubt, any difficulty? Does anybody want to ask anything? Arpita, Arvind, Purva, Nikila, Meena, Kuldeep, Mohammed, Neeraj, Prema, Sarfaraj, Srividya, Wazir. Does anybody have any doubts, any questions? Srividya, what is the doubt?
I don't get the meaning of these sentences, ma'am.
You did not
Like,
understand the meaning of the sentences.
yes, ma'am.
All right, okay. Has John got a problem? यानी कि क्या John को कुछ problem है? Does John have a problem? क्या John को कुछ problem है? That is the meaning of the first one. Right, Shri Vidya? Okay, so here.
The meaning is same, ma'am.
Yes, meaning is the same, but just the way of framing the question is different. So you can ask
Okay.
the same question in two different ways. Meaning same hai, the way you ask the question is different. What is different here? Combinations. Has John got a problem? So we have begun the question with has, and we have used the word got. But if we are beginning the question with does, then we have to use have and not got. Did you understand, Shri
Okay.
Vidya?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. You want me to explain the others as well? Has she got blue eyes? क्या उसके क्या उसके आंखें blue हैं? या the color of the eye. Does she have blue eyes? क्या उसके आंखें blue हैं? That is the meaning. Okay, of the second one. Third one. क्या आपके पास $50 हैं? That is the meaning. Okay, have you got $50 or do you have $50? Do you understand, Shri Vidya?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, great.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Any doubts? Any questions? Does anybody want to ask anything? Can we proceed? Okay. So now let's learn how to frame questions. Okay. Now please note down this formula as well. Okay. Just like how you did in the case of have or has. In order to frame questions using the word do or does, you have to follow this. In order to frame questions, you have to understand this formula. Okay, please write down do or does, do or does. So we will begin the question with do or does, followed by the subject, followed by the subject. After that, we will use the word have, okay, and then the noun. Okay, let's take a look at this. So now the subject, it can be any type of a pronoun. All right, and like at the beginning of this class, I already gave you the combinations. So with do, okay, we use the subject or the pronouns I, you, we, and they. And with does, we use the pronouns he, she, it. Right? If you know this, any framing, any question will be very simple for you. Also, you have to remember what the combination is. With if you are beginning the question with have or has, we will use the word got after the subject. Okay, the first formula what I gave you. According to the second formula, the combination will be do or does. After that, after the subject, you have to use the word have and not got. Okay. So if you know this, framing any type of question, which is grammatically correct, will be very easy. All right. Also, the noun can be anything. All right. It can be car, shoes, shirt. Okay, anything. What is most important is to know when with which pronoun to use do and does, and the combination that is does or do along with have, not got. Okay. So now let's learn this better with the help of examples. Meena, quickly unmute yourself. You can do the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please attempt this one. What is the answer here?
Do you have the time, please?
Yes.
First one.
Do you have the time, please? All right.
Yes.
So here the answer is the first one. That is, do you have the time, please? Okay. Now see, if we have to use the word, if we have to frame the question, okay, in this way, beginning with have. So in this case, in that case, it would have been, have you got the time, please? All right. Or like, आपके पास क्या समय है यह चीज करने के लिए? All right. So now, according to the word order, what do we have to do? Do बाद subject आएगा or the pronoun. After that, we have to use the word have. So since here it is mentioned have, we will never say have you have the time, which is incorrect. According to the formula, it should be do you have the time? Yes. Meena, do you want to ask something?
No, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So good job. Well done. You answered correctly. Now, can we quickly have Kuldeep? Yes, Kuldeep, could you please unmute yourself quickly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please attempt this one. What is the answer here? Yes, Kuldeep, what is the answer?
Do Manjila and have enough money to buy a house?
Do you think it is do a Majela? Okay, so here it is. Yes, do Marcella and N have enough money to buy a house? All right. So here,
Yes.
simply we have replaced. So here, do Marcella and N have enough money to buy a house? Not does Marcella and N have enough money? All right. So here we will use the word do, since here the focus is main on this girl. Right. So therefore, do is the correct one and not the others. All right. So good job, Kuldeep. Well done. Now, Nikila, quickly unmute yourself. You can do the next one.
Ma'am.
Yes, please attempt this one. What is the answer here?
Second one, ma'am, but I select first one.
Okay, so did you, so here you selected the first one. All right. See, the difference between do and did is do and does is in the present tense, did is in the past tense. All right.
Yeah.
So here, when I say, do I have homework this evening? I can't remember. क्या मुझे evening में homework है? Okay, so I'm trying to, I can't remember. So I cannot remember. So here itself, can is like in the present, right? Could is in the past. So I can't remember or I cannot remember. It's like in the present. So here we cannot cause differences in the tenses. So besides, when I say this evening, yani ki aaj evening mein. So definitely this is in the present tense, right? So therefore here the answer is, do I have homework this evening? I can't remember. Okay, not did I have homework this evening? I can't remember. So like in this case, when I say this evening, it means abhi evening me. So therefore, do I have this homework? All right. So Nikila,
ma'am.
did you understand?
Yeah, I can understand, ma'am.
All right, good job. Now, Purva, quickly unmute yourself. You can do the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So please attempt this one. What is the answer here?
Okay, we have do and it's wrong select. Yeah, does the help? Does.
Okay, so here the answer is does. See, if you're getting confused now, there is no pronoun like the hotel room, right? So what
Yes.
can you, among the pronouns that we have learned, what can you replace it with? Can you replace it with I
It.
or you, we and they? Not really, right? Here we can replace it with the pronoun it. If you remember,
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
correctly think. So does it have a balcony? Okay, dash it have a balcony. So if you're getting confused like this, okay, try to replace whatever you're confused with. Try to replace the subject with that of a pronoun. If you replace it with a pronoun, definitely 100% you will be able to understand easily whether to use do or does. Okay, so with it we use the word does, right? So therefore it's very simple now. So does it or does the hotel room have a balcony? Okay, you can use this slight trick, all right, if in case if you're getting confused next time. Try to replace a subject with that of a pronoun, and you have the list of the pronouns, you know which one like with which pronoun what has to be used. So if you can convert it into the pronoun form, you will be able to answer it correctly.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so that was a good attempt. It's okay, no problem. Arvind, quickly unmute yourself. You can do the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please attempt this one. What is the answer here?
Do we have the exam this week or next week?
All right, perfect. Okay, so do we have the exam this week or next week? Also, another way of identifying. Now here we already have the pronoun we. So you definitely know we have to use the word do. Okay, now besides, how do we know whether we have to use the word do or have? In order to frame the questions according to the formula, the combination is do and have, and or if we had to begin the question with have, then it would have been got. So in this case, after the